Today we tell you 10 funny signs that your dog might not really love you. Yes, you may enjoy playing with him at home and going for walks together, but does your dog feel the same way? Let's take a look at these cute details and discover if your dog is actually as in love with you as you think. 1. Does your dog look at you out of the corner of his eye when he comes near you and then immediately turn away? This could actually be your dog's way of saying, "Yes, you're here, okay." If he doesn't give you that loving look, maybe he is interested in something else. For example, a squirrel or another snack that he loves as much as you do. 2. If your dog gives you a quick hello lick and then turns away, it's not a loving greeting, it's more like, "Well, okay, let's say hello, but I want to get back to work." This could be a sign that the dog is busy in its own way. 3. A dog will curl up and sleep comfortably next to the person he loves. But if your dog prefers to sleep a few feet away from you, or even in another room, there may be a message here. "I'm here, but I want to keep my own space," in a sweet but distant way. You plan to watch a movie alone with him, but he's in another room? 4. You're out for a walk in the park and instead of listening to you, your dog keeps wanting to go in another direction. Something is wrong here. If he doesn't share the same direction as you, maybe he has a different agenda. If he is heading towards another dog, could there be a friendship there that interests him? 5. You call your dog, but there is no response. Ears are not perked up, gaze is not directed at you. This could be your dog's way of saying, "I hear you, but I'm not interested." These sweet friends of ours who find themselves pretending to be deaf can sometimes behave like this. This can be his way of saying, "Who's the owner? I think it's still me." 6. One of the ways to tell if your dog likes you is to observe if he only follows you when he is interested in food. If he follows you constantly if you have food in your hand, but if he's interested in other things, then yes, maybe he sees you as a friend who provides food. Remember, when he's full, he's grateful to no one. 7. If your dog is too attached to a certain toy instead of playing with you, he may be saying, "You're a good person, but this toy of mine is different." For some dogs, toys are even more important than their owners. If he's a drama king/queen when you try to hide that toy, then yes, maybe the toys are more precious than you are. 8. Some dogs may be closed to affection. If he turns his face away when you call him over for a loving hug, this may indicate a desire to keep some distance. Just as we sometimes want to protect our social space, dogs can also choose to keep themselves at a distance. 9. If your dog suddenly focuses all his attention elsewhere, for example on the toys around him or out the window instead of being fully engaged with you, maybe part of his heart is stuck somewhere else. Maybe he just wants to watch his world go by, but if his attention is still not on you, there may be some neglect going on here. 10. A dog is happy to curl up next to the person he loves. However, if he goes to the other end of the bed instead of sleeping with you, or if he prefers to sleep in his own bed, there may be an attempt to distance himself. Instead of giving you his full attention, he may be declaring his independence from you. Conclusion: all these funny signs may indicate that your dog wants to keep some distance in his relationship with you. But remember, every dog has its own love language, and maybe these seemingly cold gestures are their way of loving you. The way they express themselves may be different, but in the end they all choose to stay connected to us in some way. Does your dog have distant behavior? Don't forget to share in the comments. Translated with dpel.com, free version.